There we go. Kind of slow. So that position one's quite difficult, isn't it? Because you kind of crawl up the hill because you're so close to it. It's almost like you kind of massive rise, and the car's hardly rolling. But it does look like Joel Suarez has got himself out. I'm not quite sure Joel Suarez, but the only person who's got his first name, the name printed on the sort of wrong way you could say in the time in scoring. But we're going to wait for them to come round. Looks like it's a good early lead. And the first car to come in front of us is indeed that one machine. Then it's the two machines. It's 1 from 2 from 4 from 5 from 6. So it's Fernando Almeida, Kim Einhardt, Valmir Santos, UR Salomon, Jan Eichhorn. So Eichhorn's made a good move. Eichhorn certainly shouldn't have been where he was. He was basically dead last qualifier. So Eichhorn's looking to go for the double bump. So he's always had a very bad qualifying, and perhaps he's now beginning to find his feet of where he should be in the scheme of things. So Almeida coming up behind, trying to catch up to Suarez, but it's very early days. It's a chance to settle down. Capping Einhardt in third. Fourth place. It's quite interesting. If you could see the track which I can see, which is kind of from an overview, I was going to say that all the cars are spread out. The first 8 cars spread out, but the last 4 cars just had an orgy of destruction in front of me. So there's a few things going on. So settling down. Danny Vega, former European champion, doesn't appear to have started. So he is now running. Yeah, unfortunately, so Danny Vega has had a problem on the line, hasn't got going. So that's your number 3 car not in there. So leading is still, the 1 car of Joel Suarez, who has a couple of seconds lead now over Fernando Almeida. And then we have, put it all back. Valmir Santos, Jan Eichhorn, and Kim Einhardt now dropped to 5th, which would be a problem for Kim Einhardt fans. Been joined by a man with a beer, which seems very, very unfair that I don't have a beer, but the man with the beer has one. It's JQ.
While you work.
You can drink beer, so whether you work particularly efficiently.
Oh, okay.
So, obviously, one of the big talking points outside of the qualification through these races and everything else is who is going to be still allowed to, whether JQ is going to be allowed to continue his racing career.
And happily enough, we are in the same 1/8 final.
Really?
1/8A.
So Jessica Paulson is now his nemesis. For some reason, David Ronnefalk nominated Jessica Paulson. If she beats JQ at this event, then JQ's got to give up, retire. Which seems a little bit severe, really.
I agree. I completely agree. 1/8A final tomorrow at 10:30.
So they are, and that's the bet. So whoever finishes higher in that final, unless they both bump up and it carries on to the quarters, that'll be it. Could be JQ's career gone. What are we going to do? So JQ, obviously, man in charge of MusicalSpeed.net, just trying to keep an eye on this race at the moment. It's not particularly close. As you can see, the gaps there. There's 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 6 seconds, 1 second. So try and find car 10 of Jan Eichhorn, who's in 5th, which is the last place that's not bumping up. Sorry, just to give you a random one like that, Zach. But
Coming to the loop now.
Coming to the loop now is the 10. There he is, the 0. He's right. That's an excellent spot there by my green-haired friend. So Eichhorn he's dropped a bit from Einhardt this time. Einhardt, Kim's currently bumping up and looking for a double bump. This would be.
Yeah, she's in the car in front, ahead of him now, right now.
Yeah.
On track.
So a few corners ahead. She's timed it nearly 5 seconds ahead. And that looks a bit less than that, so we'll see where it's going. Certainly he was the fastest member of the... Oh, that's not good. So what we'll do is we'll mark that, and we'll look there, and we'll have your eagle eyes about what went wrong there with the T-Pro replay.
A very common mistake. Comes up a bit short, and actually he tapped the brake in the air, so the nose came down, clipped the jump, and over he goes.
So that's it. So don't tap your brake.
No, I've done that.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. You end up thinking, well, I've done that. Yep, I've done that. So Eichhorn now is 9.5 seconds behind Kim Einhardt. Kim's one of... Is it only Kim and Jessica as our female race in this event? I don't think there's any more, are there?
I think so, yes.
So, another one. I think possibly my attempt to try and encourage Jan Eichhorn with some coverage has backfired spectacularly.
Yeah, he lost 10 seconds.
Now been upside down twice in a matter of seconds. I think he's probably lost 2 or 3 places as well. So, yep. And he's gone again. Right, well, it's a bit pointless, isn't it, really? So that's gone well. I like that. When you roll right near the pits, I was coming in anyway. I know I may have rolled on the entry, but I was coming in anyway. It's fine. Yeah, we've all done that.
Actually, my mechanic is in this race, Juha Salmeen.
Is he?
Yeah, looks like it. In 8th place right now.
Didn't know you had a mechanic. I thought you were the mechanic.
Oh, number 6. My trusty mechanic. Where is he?
Oh, I'll see where we can find him in a second. Hold on. I'll watch the cars going round here, and then we'll pick him up. Number 6, yeah? Oh.
Right.
No, that was 7 upside down then. 1. Lots of people going for fuel now. First fuel stop time, 7 minutes down, 13
now
to
he's
go.
coming to the loop, I believe.
To the loop. It's the 6,
yes.
yeah, that blue and white.
He's
gone in the pits. Just so we would pick him. We'll pick him up. That's a good idea.
Let's see who my mechanic
our
is.
pits camera, you can't see it. Our pits camera just overheated, unfortunately. That's what James was coming in to rescue him. That's why we're waving in front of the air conditioning. He's overheated in the sun. But he will go out the pits in a second. No, he's a bad stop, isn't he?
Flame out, I think, in the pits.
He just can't get the help, can he?
There he goes.
So this is the 6 machine of Juha Salminen. So is this Juha's normal level, or has he done badly this time?
No, this is Juha's normal level. This is just a hobby for him. Something to... some relaxation from the real world, real work.
What is his real world and work? What is team? Give us a pen picture of the man on the screen.
You know what? It's something to do with...
you don't care, do you?
No, it's something to do with... I'm trying to think of the word in English, like when you have like building maintenance and buildings and stuff. Like I think he has
building
his own
maintenance.
company.
Yes, that's fine.
So
No, building maintenance is actually a complete translation of something that does exist. So he's a super, as they would call in the States. No, maybe actually a head of many supers.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's been watching me all week. Oh, I didn't do that, though.
Does that help?
No. I don't know.
Surely, if he's going to watch anybody, he's going to watch David, who is the person you've been tuning up.
No, but you need to pick someone that's, realistic skill level and achievement.
So Joe Suarez leads. Fernando Amanda say, "Oh,
I didn't do that."
You didn't. Well, you say that. Let's see it again. I hope we've got Orbin at the end of it.
I bet you anything came up short again.
Bang.
Yep. It's easy to do here for some reason.
So this is really just driving issues. It's not actually set up or anything.
These are just timing the jumps, not landing in the right spots. Yep. More to do with driving than setup.
Mm.
18 seconds to the bump spot for Nunez. So
yeah,
I think top 4 smooth sailing from here on out.
Well, we've said that on several occasions. It hasn't been so far. No. At the halfway mark, we've had people with half a minute ahead, and they've managed to blow it or have a problem or flame out. So it does seem this 20 minutes in this heat is causing some of these guys in the hobby area a little bit more of a problem in keeping running. Maybe Danny Vega's not kept running. He's next European champion, but you know what I mean.
That is, I was wondering about that. That is Danny Vega.
Mm.
This must be his worst Euros ever.
Yeah, I think by a country mile. I don't know if he even took the start, so it may be, he might have food poisoning or something and just not been feeling up to it. So I think you need to have track with Salmon. Every time he goes around the first corner, he looks like he's about to go to the pits. So I think he's not got that line quite right. And I can say that from just on the basic line. I'm not going to tell anyone.
He prefers that line.
I'm not going to tell anybody how to drive a 1/8 nitro buggy, but I can just say from basic racing lines, it's not the way I would go.
I think he just really doesn't want to hit that tyre.
Right. He's a little bit karting tyre averse.
Yep.
Second and third are quite close now, which is the 2 and the 5. Well, they were quite close. They've now separated a little bit, so it may have been the fuel stops. Let's see if we can see. Well, the 5's nowhere now, is he? Where is it? 6 again. It's our man. Things get hot, a little bit stutter there.
Where's the leader?
Suarez is about to finish. He's kind of about to finish a lap, I think. So he should be coming over. Yep, down the straight now. This car on the straight, that's it. That's our leader. Got a 10-second cushion with 9 minutes to go. So that's a second a lap. A second a minute you can lose, you see.
Half a second a lap, easy.
So obviously we finished qualifying a couple of hours ago. Oh, brilliant! That's 10.3 from the German judge. That one was. No, too late. You pressed that anyway. No, too late. You've got to do it almost as soon as you see it. You've only got 5-second rewind on it.
That was less than 5.
No, it wasn't. Oh, I'll prove it to you. Look.
No. We missed it.
Well, we didn't miss it. You missed it. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's never 5 seconds. That's more like
that is
2.
5. Well, that's what you think it is, but it's not how your brain works. Your brain has there's an accident. Your brain has a registered accident. Think that's a good accident, and then think, I must press the button. And then by that time, if you don't do it, you're in trouble. There's our leader. He's been dropped out and goes again. We will sort out a better pits view for tomorrow. We had a better pits view into the camera overheated, so we need to work out how we can keep things up and running in the ridiculous heat here, and it's no cooler tomorrow. And it's bright sunshine as well, which is a bigger problem, because electrics just don't like that sort of thing. Oh. So even that's probably a bit late. Oh, our leader's very stuck. Oh, that's a nightmare. The wheel's gone through. Oh, how much time has he lost? He's done. I think he's done something that's impossible. He's actually got the wheel stuck through, like a child getting his head stuck through a railing. It'll go one way but not the other. So he did that, and then had a really unfortunate outcome, because when he rolls into this, he just gets his wheel stuck in through the thing. That's like 1,000 to 1 chance. That's dropped him into 1 minute and 3 seconds. It's dropped him to 3rd place. So he lost 28 seconds on that lap.
That's not ideal.
So obviously in the invisiblespeed.net, how do you deal with when your wheel gets stuck in a closely knit fence?
Well, we do talk about jumping and how to approach jumps, and that was a jumping issue right there. It came up short. There we go. Clears it nicely now.
So what's the trickiest part of this track then, Jakey?
The part in front of the driver's stand.
Really?
The whole thing. Like all of it.
Well, the whole race, whole track. Oh, right, okay. That was useful. I thought, he's going to tell me he's excited. No, he's just...
If I have to pick one particular thing, let's think about this. Okay, this is relatively easy, not too bad. Triple's okay. This chicane, you can lose a lot of time. That's easy to go slow, hard to go fast, and that's the hardest part. Yep, that part with the fence there in the middle. There we go. And that double. We've got... Actually, I'm going to pick that double. The double towards the driver's stand before that left, before the big double where he crashed.
Yeah.
That double is the hardest part.
Right.
That's actually where you're going to see drivers in every single final crash. And it's going to happen when they're battling for position, maybe even for the lead. That's where they will crash. Even the best drivers in the world, that's it. All of this they can handle. They can do this perfect. They can carry their speed through the chicane. They can whip their car over that corner tabletop. They can do this, but right here, they'll flip over. There.
Right.
Not there.
Nope. He's done it again. He's done it again.
I think his nemesis is that double.
He's not enjoying it. That's quite obvious. So I made a lead. Now, ignore the gaps you're seeing. Some of the gaps are a bit out on the time. I'll talk to James when he comes back about that. So Kimana is not 75 seconds behind Joel Suarez. She is less than 12. So we'll get that sorted out. I'm not sure she's even 71 seconds off the lead. Oof. That's not the track.
Something we might see tomorrow is with these longer finals and increasing quality of drivers, skill levels, staying online, we will see a greasier track. So all the fumes coming out of the exhaust, the oil gathers on the track, everyone's doing the same line, lap after lap after lap in the baking hot sun for a longer period of time without breaks. Tomorrow we might see the track get a bit more slick.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting to see how big of a difference that is. And
is that just a driving adjustment? It might even mean in an ideal world would you use a different tyre?
Yes, I think tyre choice will be key, and also the tendency of the car right now. Some drivers are doing better when the track is more grippy, and others are doing better when it's looser. So we'll see that even out tomorrow in the semi-finals, and we'll see who prefers the slightly looser conditions. And of course, with me and Jessica, that's going to be a deciding factor.
Well, you're starting a couple of places ahead of her, aren't you?
That's good. I have what looks like the 9-year-old Pariente after me.
He's not 9, though, is he?
Well, there are 2
10.
Parientes.
Well, the older one is 60. I don't know how he's quite young.
I don't know. He looks like he's 9. So, anyway, it's going to be fun.
You know, you can get beaten by a 40-year-old or beaten by a 9-year-old. It's your choice.
Yep.
Right, so Kim Mullock up to 3rd. A lot of these timings are a little bit confusing. See, you haven't seen Kim actually. So we kick Kim for a couple of laps. Car 4. She's pinky. Well, she's down the main straight now. Down the main straight now. There we go. That's Kim in pink and yellow. Currently set for a bump up. The big bump ups are the ones in the next race because they bump you up an entire day.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't mean you have to go up for a race at 8:30. In fairness.
That's definitely what you want to do, though. You want to race on main day.
So, Einhart. This appears to be a relatively simple run for her. I mean, she's not had any great ground speed, particularly, but she's not really put anything wrong either. So, quite a good finals run. I was reading some of her posts yesterday. She just isn't gelling with the track, she says, but you know, you've got to do what you do. The track is the one thing that is the same for everybody. Sometimes you get tracks you like, sometimes you get tracks you don't like. That isn't the case. Sometimes you get drivers who gel with a certain type of track, or you just, you know, I really like that part of the circuit. Which is your favourite track?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think my answer is different every time. I do like the tracks in America when they get rough, off-road, real off-road, and the tracks in Asia have been really nice. Some tracks in Indonesia.
So basically, just not the European ones then.
Yeah, European ones lately have been too smooth, too much like on-road with jumps. I'm not a big fan of that. Hopefully the world's track will break up and be a bit more off-roady.
Well, it's multi-surface as well in Redovan. This is a single surface track, which you know, this is a unique surface. This bonded together. It's a unique challenge. I think everyone thinks it's. Yeah, I think everyone's enjoying the circuit because it is this challenge. I think it's something that a lot of drivers like the fact that it's a surface. So they just work out what they have to do on this surface, whether they start off loving it or not. They get to the point where they work out their setup around it. They're not. I suppose it's probably a track which you can set up with a lot less compromises than a multi-surface, for example, because you are always dealing with the same sort of general grip levels. Yeah,
that's true. I would say that the last Euros track that I really enjoyed was 2017 in Sweden, Eskilstuna.
That got quite rough, didn't it?
Robert won, yeah. Really challenging track. And for Worlds, well, 2016 Vegas, I like that. And where else? 2012 Argentina was good also. So
I didn't go there.
It's been a while.
I didn't go to Argentina. Did you do particularly well in Argentina?
No, I didn't. I think my tire came unglued in the quarterfinal when fighting for the bump, so it was not ideal.
So the race is finishing, and we've got Kim now coming through in third. Santos Valdemer got the final bump up. Thomas Nunes was after him. So it's Fernando Almeida, Joel Suarez. So Suarez ended up second despite probably being fastest, but he had that massive time where he was stuck on the fence with his wheel waggling. Then Kim Einhardt, Valdemir Santos, Thomas Nunes, Jan Eichhorn.
Yeah, good job for Fernando Almeida. I know him from years ago when he used to go racing with Miguel Matias, who was on the top of the game back then. And I also raced the Portuguese National Championships one year, I think 2009. So I got to know